I was newly married, and it was the start of the pandemic in March of 2020, and I found out I was pregnant for the first time. It was a very normal, some might call it boring pregnancy, nothing exciting to share, just the standard morning sickness and pregnancy symptoms that most people experience. It was a little interesting being a pandemic, so my partner couldn't come to me with any of the appointments, but every appointment was very normal, very positive, anatomy scan, etc. So really just your standard pregnancy. And it wasn't until when I was 8 months pregnant, hard to explain. I just had a feeling that something might be off. Baby started moving a little less crazy as he had been. And people kind of wanted to reassure me that it was just baby. He was so big at that point. It was harder to move in there, but I just had this feeling and I just needed some reassurance. So I went in. I'm up in Northern California, and we went to Sutter and Roseville. And what started as just an appointment to just kind of ease my concerns turned into an emergency C-section, and baby was transferred to 3 different hospitals and ended up in Stanford Children's Hospital in the Bay Area. And after having an emergency C-section, I was down at Stanford the morning after, and many ups and downs through that NICU journey in Stanford, but ultimately at 5 days old, our son Finn, he passed away. I just remember the time being very chaotic. It was very unexpected, given that my entire pregnancy was very normal, no concerns. Baby was expected to be born healthy. But so having gone through a very normal pregnancy to then grieving the death of my newborn son was just a lot to process. And I think at some point you kind of just, for me personally, it was like kind of observing life from outside my body. Because not only was I recovering from, major surgery, but also just processing everything that we had just gone through in those 5 days, and the new life that we were entering into as now bereaved parents. So the hospital was wonderful. Stanford, I can't speak